In this city update, my guest is Shauna Haslem. She is the Stormwater Educator with the City of Fayetteville. Shauna, in your role as the Stormwater Educator, briefly, tell me what you do.
So my role as a Stormwater Educator is to educate the public about stormwater pollution, how runoff affects our citizens here in the city, what we're not supposed to put in the storm drains, and basically how pollution can affect water quality.
Right, and just educating the public on what not to do and
Right.
how they can help prevent stormwater pollution.
Yes.
So I see that you have this model here in front of us. What is this?
We do. We have recently purchased a stormwater floodplain model, and this is a new educational tool that we have to offer school groups, citizens, and what we're hoping to use it for is to just show what the impacts of stormwater and runoff have downstream, especially the flow of water,
Right.
with like how fast water can run off with regards to development and the downstream impacts.
Okay, do you want to give us a demonstration on how this works?
Sure. So right now, the way we have it set up is we have a river, and we have a parking lot. There's no stormwater control underneath that parking lot. But so I'm going to pour water in the top tray, and this is going to act like our rainstorm. You're going to see how the water flows off of the parking lot and down in the river, and you'll see kind of how it all works.
Okay.
Okay. So
Let's take a look.
it does get a little bit messy, and which is perfect for kids. But as you're seeing, you just see how fast that water is running off of that parking lot, and this can happen a lot if there's nothing there to control that water. And one of the reasons why we do have stormwater controls, which helps to lessen that water, lessen that those impacts of that water
Right.
running off. So
Yeah.
you can see the water start to just build up here in some of the lower areas, and it flowed pretty fast off that parking lot.
Right, and then some of the storm drains that are in place, it's running so fast and so quickly that it doesn't have enough time to,
Exactly.
and it could cause overflow.
It can cause
Yeah.
overflow, cause backups. It just really cause issues. So what we hope to do is through development controls and stormwater controls, really just mitigate that and lessen those impacts.
Right.
So now what we're going to do is we're actually going to show a little bit different scenario where we're going to take the parking lot out and what might happen during some undeveloped land
Okay.
at the wetland. So
Okay. I can take
And-
that from you there.
okay. And there's different scenarios we can use with this, which is really neat. And then kids in schools can calculate runoff and the speed of the water flowing and everything. So it's just really a really neat tool to use.
And so do you, whenever you go out to schools to make your presentation, do you always take the stormwater model with you?
So because it is new, this will be the first year that we will be offering this. That's really exciting. So
Yeah.
to be able to do this with the kids this year and everything. So I will hopefully get lots of great feedback from teachers about how this has impacted their classroom. So now we've got it set up that there's some wetlands in place, and wetlands act as sponges. They absorb the water and kind of filter out any contaminants that might be in there. So I'm going to once again kind of put the rain through the rainmaker, and you'll be able to see that the water is going to flow a lot more slow.
Okay. And this is going to be a really interesting visual for the kids to see and actually have that hands-on where they can see how it flows with the different setup and the different elements.
Exactly. And and a lot of the presentations that I've done, especially since Hurricane Matthew, is just how will major storms affect my neighborhood? And the kids are a lot more aware these days, and so really this will help them understand what we do to help try to prevent some of those, some of that flooding and everything. So you see the sponges absorbed a lot more of the water, there's not as much flow. And this, wetlands occur more naturally in the environment, but so this would be before development occurs, but it also has a tray for what would be a stormwater pond, which you see a lot more with developments, especially with retail sites and everything, those big ponds out in front.
Right, I've seen a lot of these within the past few years. These are popping up everywhere we have new development.
So what would happen is we would put this where the wetland is, put the parking lot on top of it. The water would run off the parking lot into here, and then the water would come out this pipe right here. And you would see, once again, the water would flow a lot more slowly.
Very interesting.
So,
and very educational. So if we have a school or a teacher that would like for you to come out and give this presentation and demonstration to the students, how would they get in touch with you?
They can actually call me directly at 433-1071. That is my direct line, and then set something up with me, and I'll come out and give a presentation, talk to their class about anything dealing with stormwater, water pollution. I not only have this, but I have many other tools as well. So.
Right. Well, I think that this is great, a great demonstration, and I hope that the kids like it. I really do. So if people want to get more information about stormwater in general, they can visit the website at fayettevillenc.gov/stormwater. And like you said, you gave your number. They can call you if they have any questions
Absolutely.
about it. Right? Well, thank you so much for being
our guest. Well, thank you for having me.
Yeah.
I'm glad to get the word out about our model, and hope to be able to use it many times this year with the school.
Great, thanks. And thank you for watching this City Update. We'll see you next time.